not very much in favor of the counting of points.
Does it work for you? No.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to your favorite figure skating podcast, The Run Through, where we talk about all things that make us kiss, make us cry, and make us kiss and cry in one event. In the kiss and cry. Ashley Wagner. In the kiss and cry. Oh my God, I know. I am joined by Adam Rapon, Sarah Hughes. Let's get into the women's short program because there were some really, really good moments that we need to talk about, and there were some really heartbreaking moments.
Yes. Yes. So the first thing I'm going to say is cheers, because I'm drinking a glass of wine during this recording. And I will just
our boy,
I'll hold mine up to you.
Our boy Hallie does the biggest pours, and he tells us to say when to stop, and then when we say stop, he says, "Wait, I have another bottle in the back."
Yeah,
and he pours
literally
more in.
So apropos for the day. So the results of the women's short program. In first place, Ami Nakai from Japan. In second place, Kaori Sakamoto from Japan. In third place, Alyssa Liu, United States. Fourth place, Monet Chiba from Japan. They are all separated by less than 5 points. In fifth place, Adelia Petrosian neutral.
Question mark?
No such thing.
Neutral question mark. And in sixth place, rounding out the last warm-up group, Anastasia Gubanova from Georgia.
Not neutral.
Not neutral. Russian.
Georgian. Well, actually, yes. Indian.
Bollywood.
Exactly. Bollywood.
I want you to know I don't have a drink, but I did just have one with Andrea Joyce.
Good.
Oh, well, that's the only way anyone should ever be drinking.
Correct. And Isabeau Levito is in 8th place. She's not far off from everyone. It's just tight at the top. She's in 8th. Amber Glenn is in 13th place after popping her triple loop into a double and getting no credit for that jump. Really, for the most part, like an amazing night of women's skating, I thought. This whole last group, I mean, Amber was the only one with a major mistake in the last group. The rest of them, like nerves of steel. Ami Nakai's skate was amazing,
sublime,
incredible.
I love that girl so much.
Yeah, she went awesome.
And I was talking to Sarah, and I was just like, remember when she was just this girl in a summer competition that I was like, you guys, I think we need to watch out for this girl. Like, she was actually pretty good. And then here she is sitting in first place at the Olympics.
So deserved.
This
was
very.
And you know who Ashley and I heard from earlier today? It was David Wilson, who choreographed her short program. And he has been texting us while we are here because he has been seeing some clips of the podcast online. One of them was Sarah Ma Dupuis, where we said she grabs her fat ass and shakes it in a short program that I wish we saw on Olympic ice.
Me too. I
would have loved to see that program on Olympic ice. And he also heard us talk about how we love Ami Nakai's short program. And he said, you guys, I'm listening to the podcast and I'm batting 1,000.
He is, though.
Good.
He's actually, that's such a sporty reference for David. I was like,
batting
1,000.
Yeah. If any of you don't know, that's a baseball reference.
Yeah.
That's actually good for David to learn.
Yeah.
David,
if you're not sure where that came from.
It's the sport of baseball.
Adam, you were boots on the ground for us. And I actually really love when we kind of work through events based on your experience and the audience. Let's do It's Your Vibe.
It's Your
Okay.
Vibe presented by Adam Rippon.
Let's do It's Your Vibe. I want you to
Wait.
know what else was my vibe during
This
the event.
It's Your Vibe is brought to you by Patreon. If you are really enjoying everything that you are listening to, there is a Patreon. It's going to be in the show notes.
Yes, that's so true.
It always gets me.
Patreon,
Adam,
what's your vibe?
What's your vibe, Adam? I think you should tell the little story you're about to tell before
Mhm.
you get into the vibes of the women.
Yeah, I just want you to know where my vibes were. So, I was working, and this is a little story of how we'll get there. So, I was working and I was doing an interview today for an amazing segment, which honestly was like the honor of a lifetime to be able to do. I interviewed Tenley Albright, who is here in Milan. She was invited by the mayor of Cortina himself to be present here at the Olympic Games. Yes, that's me. Oh my God, I could even get emotional. I told her that like this is like my dream to be able to like speak to her and talk to her, especially after we had done the lore this summer, that everything was like so fresh in my head. And I was naming coaches, I was naming things. She was like, "Oh my, you really did some research." And I got to spend
I
an
love that the
amazing
lore that you consider that fresh in your head, because I would need to re-listen to it all immediately
be
before
more
speaking
stale.
to her.
Well, I'll let you know that I was up until about like 4:00 in the morning, like yesterday, just watching a bunch of documentaries on her because I mean, she is such an amazing doctor and woman and like pioneer for women in sports, and she just is such an amazing and humble woman. But I got to spend the whole afternoon with her. 90 years old, she could kick all of our asses, by the way.
No, she
Good.
is so sharp.
She's so
brilliant.
incredibly sharp. She'll be at the women's free skate. And just a little background, she won the 1956 Olympics in Cortina, which is why she was invited by the mayor. 70th anniversary of the first American woman to ever win Olympic gold in figure skating. It's amazing. It's incredible. So I went from my Tenley Albright interview, and what would be just the perfect palate cleanser? I'll tell you, it would be to be the head researcher and boots on the ground for, you guessed it, Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart.
Yeah.
Well, thank God you have that lore fresh in your head to be head researcher for Martha Stewart.
Yeah. Of course, because you know she was so invested in the lore.
Of course, she listened to every episode. She was the 31,000 minutes.
That was her, and it's like, Martha, come on, girl. Get out to the orchard. Pick the apples. You don't have time for this. So I did watch the last two groups with Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg. So I'm heavily invested in what I was watching. But because I was working with Tenley, I missed the first warm-up, so I did not get to see Adelia Petrosian. And I got there just in time to see where I want to start. So I had the distinct honor of explaining who is Ami Nakai, who is Kaori Sakamoto. Amber Glenn is an American person, and Alyssa Liu is also American. So I had that honor to explain that.
Context.
I had to give some nationality.
Hey,
who belongs to us? Who's part of our crew?
Oh my God, wait, before we begin, Tenley told me something. Tenley, and we're good friends, by the way. I want you to know I started out with Dr. Albright's, okay?
No, it's Tenley.
She told me that when she won gold, they did not play the national anthem.
What do they do?
What's one of those other songs that's like American? My country, 'tis of thee.
God bless America.
What?
My country, 'tis of no.
Wait, my country, 'tis of thee.
Yeah, no, it's a song.
Liberty.
My country, 'tis of thee is a song.
I think that's it. They played that.
They played that over the national anthem?
They didn't have the national anthem.
Oh my God.
They
Also,
weren't
I
prepared.
referenced
That's
God
like
Bless
people looking for
America,
the
which is from
Kazakh
the 80s, I
anthem
think.
when
Yes.
Mikhail won the men.
Yeah. Where they're like,
They were this
just,
close to playing My Country 'Tis of Thee.
yes. They're like, we did it. We did it
We
for
don't have
Albright.
Kazakhstan.
Right. They're trying to download it on iTunes.
Yeah.
Yes. They're buying, it's 129.
Yeah.
They're like, he won't mind if it's My Country 'Tis of Thee.
That's
Right.
like me buying whatever song each week on the podcast that Ashley's humming on Amazon so I can
100%. As a
put it
gag.
into the podcast edit.
Wait,
129.
speaking of which, that came through very recently because my co-host, Scott Hansen, he's listening to Bolero and he goes,
Mhm.
huh, what song is this? And I
Stop.
go, Bolero.
Of
And he
course.
goes, was that an Out of Africa? I said,
Oh.
I don't know.
Not sure.
No, I don't know.
Exactly. Actually could
Not
have
sure.
been. He has the kind of brain where
Maybe.
it could have been.
Could have been.
Okay, so the women.
Let's go to vibe check.
Vibe check. It's your vibe. Brought to you by Patreon.
So I want to say first, Kurakova started this season really struggling with under rotations and trying
Mhm.
things that were more difficult on paper, but that she'd get dinged with cues and under rotations. And today she had a strategy. She's in 19th place, but she had a really strong skate and she had a strategy that paid off for her. And she went back to back with Kimi Rapond, who I thought was very nice and pleasant and
Yeah.
beautiful out there. And she's ahead of Kimi Rapond, who did a triple flip, triple toe, a triple loop, and a double axel. And Katya went out and did triple toe, triple loop, double axel. It was all squeaky clean. And it was really nice to see somebody have a strategy really work out for them and
Yeah.
to like make it into this skate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The first skater who really entered the it's your vibe zone
Mhm.
was, I want to give a huge shout out to Yulia Sauter from
I know.
Romania.
She was amazing.
First Olympics, she's 28 years old. She just got this triple Lutz triple toe, which she slam dunked
Yeah.
in this program.
Yeah, she nailed it.
Mhm.
Sarah, do you know that? So her boyfriend is a hockey player, and every
Okay.
summer to spend time with his family, she spends the whole summer training in Duluth, Georgia.
No, I didn't know that.
Yes.
And for those of you who
Yeah,
don't know, I'm
that's-
from a town that's not very far from Duluth in the Atlanta suburbs.
Mhm.
Wow, I did not know that. Or maybe I don't know. Maybe once upon a time I did, but it feels brand new to me right
It
now.
feels brand new, but she really as soon as her program started, you could hear the audience. They were pretty into what she was doing, and she skated great.
Yeah.
She had a
she
great
did.
skate. Someone else who had a great skate, Olga Mikutina from
Mhm. Austria. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
this
agree.
just was really pleasant. Everybody was really into this.
She also
Um,
had like a whole university watch party back at home, which I thought was really cute because we don't often get to see like behind the scenes of, people that aren't necessarily like main characters in the storyline. So that was nice. Also, her dress was gorgeous.
mhm. Yeah, and these jumps look good. Like she did a great job.
Mhm.
Yeah, they don't usually do even like friends and family stuff for non-Americans most
Yeah.
of the time
Mhm.
on the NBC
I loved
broadcast.
it.
And the NBC broadcast like had a watch party that they were showing of people at her university.
It's amazing.
Yeah. it was
Now, the
cool.
first person to really rile them up,
Get
would
them
you like
going.
to know?
Yeah.
From
I do know, I
Russia,
think. Yeah,
but now
Sophia.
Kazakhstan, Sofia Samodelkina.
She got robbed. I'm sorry. I don't agree with the score that she had. And it has
Agreed.
nothing
They
to do
hosed
with
her.
it being Raphael. I think it was like, well, we've chosen our Russian that we're going to push. And you are not
Mhm.
the Russian that we are going to push. And you know what? That's bull because she was
Mhm.
so good. And then on top of that, she really performed. I've never seen a woman shimmy that hard since me.
Yeah. Since you looked in a mirror this morning, you haven't seen
And I
it.
woke up and did that. And then
Yeah.
in a mirror somewhere else, Sofia Samodelkina did the exact same thing.
She just really lit the place on fire. Like, people got
She was
really
so
excited
good.
about this, and it was just like
Weren't
a
they
big ol'
booing when she got her
Yes.
score that she
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
go into the
Good.
lead?
Yes.
Good.
I
Because at
mean,
the time, it seemed like she should have gone into the lead.
it absolutely did seem that way. Like, it
Yeah.
really felt like she should have. I mean, a 68 felt a little ridiculous for this kind of skate. It was
Well, especially when they gave a 72 to Petrosian an hour previously. It was
Mhm.
like,
right.
what?
Yeah.
What
No.
are we
I mean,
doing?
exactly.
I mean, I know what we're doing, but like,
Right.
what are we
Right.
doing?
But what are
Oh,
we
but
doing?
we're doing this. Oh, we're
But
doing
what
it.
are we doing?
What are we doing?
Now, our next skater to really just kind of bring it, we really didn't know what to expect. We didn't know how she'd be feeling. We didn't know a lot about her. But we know a lot about her, and we love her, and that was Luna Hendricks from Belgium.
Mhm. Yeah. You can always count on her to bring the
Mhm.
crowd in.
Well, and she had to change her program again. And it was great.
It was great. It was a really strong skate. Some tight landings. I'll say that the technical panel was pretty critical of a lot
Yeah.
of skaters. Very
Yes.
tough. Q's and exclamation points all around. It's
Yep.
very hard to find a sheet that doesn't have any sort of declaration to the judges.
Yeah.
Very
They
hard.
reviewed everything. I
Everything.
mean, even on Ami's skate, which was she got almost an 80. There were multiple reviews
Yeah.
for Monet.
Mhm.
So yeah, they were not being shy about
No.
using the review button.
Mm-mm.
They just really want to get it right.
That's
Yeah.
what it was.
That's
Mhm.
really what
That's
it was.
it.
You're right, Ashley. That
It's so
is
It's the
true.
the integrity of
It's
sport,
about
alive and well.
integrity.
Then I would say that we had our first dark horse enter the arena. We had that. This is kind of this is even before Sophia. Gia Shin goes out. I would say, she was entered this competition as a dark horse. Could have been on the podium potentially, maybe.
Mhm.
Do you know what I mean? Like, she had that big giant score from that senior B. When we know that like the judges really respond really well to especially this short program. And usually she has these jumps that when she lands them are just like really nice and solid. And she opens with this combo and she rallies, but she does the Lutz toe, falls on the toe. It takes a little steam out from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Right
Mhm.
after her, we have Heian Lee, who goes out and she delivers like a really nice, strong performance. It's good. It's like all around fine. I would say that really the audience starts to really get riled up is this final warm-up. The final
Mhm.
warm-up,
Yeah.
people are
It's not
primed.
surprising.
No, they're primed, they're ready. Before we got to the final warm-up, this was like the interesting part of it, where it was like the first skater in the second to last group was Ami Nakai. And I told Martha, I said, Martha, this girl, if she skates well, she could win this segment easily. She's one of two doing a triple axel, and her jumps are squeaky clean. And Martha said, oh, okay. So she agreed. And she did take a video of Ami Nakai where she zoomed really close in. And I didn't have the heart to tell her, you don't need to do that.
No, she wanted to see the outfit and be like, oh, I had something just like this in 2012 when I was a member of One Direction.
Exactly. And what a time.
Mhm.
But Ami Nakai just was a joy. She was just a joy.
She was.
Yeah. That triple axel was great too. And she just looked, it's been so nice since I feel like we've seen a lot of terrified athletes over these last couple of weeks. She gets on the ice and she's light and she's fluffy, she's airy, and she could have been absolutely petrified, but we really would have had no idea because she didn't let that kind of bleed into her skating. And then it just, the experience of watching her, I mean, I think that's the better of the two programs, but it's just so good. I love it. It's like, to use Michelle Ellis's description of skaters, champagne bubbles.
Yeah, I wonder if it helped her to be so much earlier and not be in that like pressure cooker of a final group, especially for being so young and so just like way less experienced on the international scene. Like I was thinking maybe that helped to just have some separation from all that.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think it hurt because there was just definitely a different energy in that last warm up. Like you could feel that, like, oh, people are here, present, ready. This is like the moment they've been waiting for.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think it took some of the members of the audience a little bit by surprise of how really captivating and amazing she was.
Yeah.
And she was amazing.
I mean, that first year senior, it's just, it does make a difference. And it can either, like Jia Shin, be really consuming, or Ami, it has just kind of been like the blinders that I wish so many other athletes had the benefit of being able to use, because she's going into this just like, let's see what happens. It
And
makes me a little bit nervous for the free skate, because now it's like your first year senior and you could be Olympic champion. That makes me nervous.
And the short program has been the stronger program for her all season. That axle that she opens with in the free skate has been less consistent. So it definitely, the thing that she's had going for her all year is she'll maybe fall on the axle in the free skate, but she never lets the rest of the program go. So
No.
she is able to never like let it really hurt her results that much. So, but yeah, I'm sure. I mean, to your point, Ashley,
What a dream.
to go
What a dream.
last in the free skate at the
I know.
Olympics, like, whew.
And you are correct, Ash, where it's just like she had every right to skate timidly, but she didn't. She was quite aggressive towards everything.
Yep, she attacked.
And she attacked. She was on the attack. And that's exactly what we like. Let's get into this last group. That's exactly what we saw from Alyssa Liu, on the attack with everything.
Yep.
This is someone who took the lessons they learned from the first segment that they got to skate in this competition and improved upon that skate. And she had a great skate in the team event. This one was much better.
Much better.
Much better.
Much better.
You could feel her energy being just so much looser too. Like it's not just that the jumps were better and cleaner, and the elements were just stronger, but that her energy was better. She was lighter, she was performing more. It just was a more complete performance all around.
Yeah. I think she topped her personal best too.
Yeah. I mean, adding this Lutz loop into the Olympic season, last jump in the short program, that's gutsy.
Yep.
Really
Yeah,
gutsy.
it
I
is.
mean, it is really, people need to know, like, it is really challenging when you add a new combination in, especially when you've always been doing triple toes at the end and now you're doing a loop and now you're doing it as in the second half.
Yeah.
That's very risky.
But it made a big
anybody.
difference.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say it made a big difference because, she's up against someone like Ami Nakai, and she's, just about 2 points behind her, because even though she doesn't have a triple axel, she has this Lutz loop in the second half. So she's maximizing points. And then she gets a cue call on the rotation of the Lutz loop, but has almost like patted herself against that call by having it be a higher value combination already. Like it's so smart.
It's so smart. And it really, I mean, it's smart on paper. It's incredibly risky, but it's paid off. It's paid off time and time again. She's hit it in every major competition that she's needed to.
She's
Grand Prix final, US championships, yes.
She's
so
got it.
And
I mean, like those loop combos, I can't stress enough how hard loop combos are. There is a reason why you do not see them that often. I only did them for like a season, because you have to land the first jump perfectly. So the risk element is not only like you're doing this in the second half, so you have no other options, but like you have to do the harder of the combinations and nail it every single time. She's been rock solid.
And she did it. And this was just sort of like this was really like the Olympic moment, because then this is where they pan to everybody and you see Martha and Snoop up in like in the place that we were sitting, and then they pan over and you see Halle Bailey from The Little Mermaid sitting there and watching, and it was like, yeah, she really stepped into the exact moment that someone in her position you'd want them to. She just stepped into the light and not away from it. Like it was amazing. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
She made me cry. She made me cry. I was just, for her, I think for so many people watching her, it's emotional just to see someone be on the ice and choose to be there, but also like to be there and be an elevated version of their past self. What a treat for all of us to be able to watch. And now it feels even more like a treat based on like what we saw from Amber, where it really just underscores she makes it look easy. It is not easy what she's doing.
It's not
at
easy. Should we just go right to Amber?
I mean, I think let's go in order because we've been going chronologically, and then people can relive it with us the way that we are, the way that it went. Isabeau Levito skated next and also skated really well. Really well. Like, we love that program. All of us on this show love that program. I think it's just like such a nice fit for her. She looks great. It suits her so well, like her style of skating. And I mean, in my opinion, like her score was lower than it should have been. I think it was a little
hosed.
Yeah.
Hosed.
Yeah.
It was giving, we want Petrosian in the final warm-up.
It was giving that. I was saying to Ashley earlier that I felt like if Amber and Alyssa and Isabeau's start order had been swapped, where had Amber made a mistake before Isabeau went, they would have been more generous with Isabeau, but it felt like they were like, we're not going to give all the American girls high scores. That's kind of how it felt. And I was just like, come on. Like, she skated well. She deserves a high score. She didn't get a low score.
No, but like, she really could have gotten
she
like
should be in the last
74.
group.
Come on. Like,
she should be in the last warm-up group.
Yeah, I complete, like, of all of the women, Isabeau really is the most polished, like in my eyes. Like, just there's not a hair out of place. Is like, are the jumps like, especially like that flip toe, like, is she doing some like wild things? Yeah, of course she is.
100%.
She's from New Jersey. Come on, give the girl a freaking break. Give the girl a break.
The technique from New Jersey is different to look at. Yes.
Yes.
But she's landing the jumps. Like, you know what I mean? It's like,
and there's a running edge that she holds so beautifully. Like, this is basically, like, we've mentioned this on the podcast before, but like, this is like Isabeau's style perfected. This is like, this is material that she's done different versions of for the past few years, but this is like the Olympic version of all of that. And I just really felt like, oh, a 70 is really not right for this. Like, this was the moment. This was like the last warm up. Everything to me, like, I could see her going behind Alyssa, but I mean, behind
Petrosian?
I didn't see Petrosian, but I've seen Petrosian, and I just don't think there's no way in my eyes this Michael Jackson short. Like, come on, that's like, we didn't
talk about Petrosian, and I do think we should just fill this in really quickly. So Adelia Petrosian skated second in the entire group, and she went out onto the ice. It was hours.
Yeah.
I want to give credit where credit is due. She is an athlete, a neutral athlete from Russia, and I think she's in a very difficult position because everyone has an opinion about her that actually has nothing to do, some of it at least, has nothing to do with her as a person. It's more the situation that she represents, her coaching staff, whatever. There's a lot of noise.
Well, and also none of what we've said about any of the skaters has anything to do with what we think of them personally either. You know, we're talking about the skating, the performances.
Yeah.
Like, that's...
I'm just...
I'm clarifying that in general, we're not, you know, like, I'm agreeing with you. We're not talking about these people personally.
No.
Like,
No.
Right.
So she's in a tough position.
Could you imagine? I like
Yeah. Good luck to everyone except.
And we'll get to her,
No,
by the way.
but she's in a really challenging position. There's
She
so much
is.
noise around her. She has no control over what people are saying about her. She has no control over what her country is doing. She has no control over what her coach is telling her other students to consume. That being
That's true. No, I mean, yep.
All of what you're saying, I completely
That's
agree
so
with.
true.
And so she went out, and we know that she's been dealing with injuries. We know that for a fact. And what she delivered was an incredibly solid program under
Agreed.
immense pressure.
Completely clean.
Completely clean. And I think there is a lot. I think that just the way that Russian skating is going right now versus how, competition worldwide is going, Russian skating is really pushing towards jumps, less performance. And so I just don't think that the performance is emphasized in the same way. And that's also just a style preference. That's okay.
Yeah.
It is
and
okay.
The skating skills
Don't see the performance.
Yeah, and the skating skills also are lower. Like,
Mhm.
it's a similar style to what we've seen from skaters out of the school that she's from. Like, there's just not a lot of skaters out of that school. There's some, but not all of them have had like really strong foundational skating skills that typically are required to be rewarded in the second mark.
Yep.
And so
Yeah.
she doesn't have super, super strong skills in that way. I agree. The performance, is to Adam's point. Michael Jackson is something that maybe you can do it at senior, but this particular program feels very juniorish, which we typically don't see rewarded in the second mark either. When somebody feels like out of place, like too young to be here, even though she's older than some of the girls here, but like it's just the style of the program is very juniorish, and like. Yeah, so she does 3 clean jumping passes, no question, and she does clean
No triple
spins,
axel
and
though.
No, and it doesn't. I don't think she's attempted it there in practice. I don't think we're gonna see it in the free skate, which was a really interesting choice to me because I remember when we were talking about her months ago on this podcast, and we all agreed. I think that she's gonna need the triple axel to get her out of this like short program in a good position because she's going to start so early and she's going to need to do something really impressive if she's going to skate hours before the last group. And then instead what happened is they gave her a score that they were able to just kind of file people right under her repeatedly, like where they could just give people, let's just give her a cue. Let's just do one more cue. Maybe one more wrong edge. Maybe one more
Like
attention to the
Gubanova.
edge.
Gubanova was
Hendricks,
criminal.
Isabeau, Heian Lee, all these people are like did good programs and got mysteriously like just under what they would have needed. And I don't look, I'm not saying there's some grand conspiracy, but I'm not saying there's not.
But you know what? I'll also say that like Ashley, I completely agree with you that like Petrosian as an athlete, like
agreed.
We're just talking like that's what we're focused on, and because like there just are all of these like extra factors that go into her. It is just a more loaded person to be talking
and that
about.
it has nothing to do with her, and it's not her fault. And I think we all kind of feel bad for her being kind of caught in the vortex of what that is.
Yep.
Like
completely.
It sucks. But we, based on recent history, have to sit and think about scores and have to watch the skating itself and wonder, what is going on.
In a way, it almost felt like a little bit like with the ice dance that she was able to benefit of the like, no, you did a good job. Let's put you in the mix. And then they get into like that groove of like where they've been scoring and how it's going. And then she just kind of settles into this
just rises. And it's like you almost don't notice it happening until the end. Yeah, well, right.
Her compared against Luna.
I mean,
against
I'm
Celine
sorry.
Dion.
Even Gubanova tonight was like, she kind of ate. I was
She
sort
did.
of like,
They reviewed her double
she got
axel.
hosed. They reviewed Gubanova's double axel.
A girl after my own heart.
That was
Oh,
crazy.
yeah.
That was so crazy.
That was
They were
crazy.
reviewing a lot of people's spins. They were looking at anything they could
At
look at.
anything. I mean, even
Anything.
like Isabeau gets the triple clean. When I
Mhm.
saw it in the review, I was like, I think they will give it to her. And with the loop, when they showed it in slow motion, I was like, I know they're gonna cue that
Yeah.
shit. I know it. And it was a beautiful pin drop jump. And
Mhm.
I'm so sick of these fucking cues.
Yep.
But
They're
we
the-
don't have time for the cue conversation.
No, we
But
don't.
yes,
We don't.
Sarah and I were just like, cues are so stupid.
They
Cues
are.
are so
Just
stupid.
so-
Cues are so
They
stupid all night long.
are.
All night long.
But in isolation, I think if I were to see these 3 programs back to back, to me, I mean, it's just you were talking about it, Ashley, of like the style of like that from that Atari school. It's almost like the women's skating has moved on a bit beyond that, where it's like these programs do need to be intricate, and they
Mhm.
do need to have like a different level and a concept that needs to come across. And I'm not saying that Petrosian doesn't have like a concept for this, but I just feel that like the intricacy of even Gubanova today, even Gubanova, who was stealing someone's culture.
Yeah, I mean, skated
The
very
concept
well.
is theft.
Thievery.
Yeah. I'm going to say
No.
I have not counted Gubanova out for an Olympic bronze medal at this moment, by the way.
Nobody should.
She skated incredibly well in the free skate of the team event and now has skated very, very well in the short program here. Like,
Yeah.
who knows?
That's our little astronaut.
Yeah.
Our little Bollywood
Yeah.
astronaut.
Absolutely.
Gail King.
Come on, Gail King.
And
Okay,
then
should we get to
Amber?
Amber?
Well,
Let's get-
are we skipping Kaori?
Was Kaori before Amber?
Yeah.
Kaori?
Let's go to Kaori.
Kaori, Amber, Monet, end of the
Okay.
event.
Great.
Okay.
Amber.
Sorry to
opens
interrupt our
this-
flow.
No.
No, I
Like,
was.
Kaori
This is the flow
was-
we agreed on.
Yeah, this is what we said we would do, and I just didn't remember. Sorry, because at this point in the event, Ilya Malinin had come over. So,
You're not paying
now-
attention anymore.
well, I'm trying because now I'm like, they don't want me in this shot. So I'm
No, now
sort
they
of like
just want to see Ilya with Martha.
with
and
Martha
Snoop.
Stewart and Snoop Dogg. So I'm like, okay. And so at this point, we're all locked in.
Yeah.
We know me and my 3 closest friends, Martha Stewart, Ilya Malinin, and Snoop Dogg, the 4 of us.
Mhm.
Yes.
And Amber opens this program with a bomb triple axel. Great.
Wait, sorry. Are we not doing Kaori?
Oh my god.
We're doing
so
Kaori.
confused.
Sorry. Okay. Kaori Sakamoto.
3-time world champion.
The world
we
is
keep
watching.
forgetting about certain people.
Sorry.
Well, it just feels like we're leading up to it. Do you know what
We
I mean?
are,
Like
Because it was almost at the end. Yeah.
Okay, so Kaori takes to the ice.
And
This
it's
is
just
the moment.
moment. Yeah,
It's the
this is
moment.
the moment.
And I mean, it's the program, it's the costume. And I had been doing my research today and I was reading that she was feeling fatigued and she was feeling nerves and she was having to tell herself that, like, there's no monster in this event. Everything is fine. So I'm going into this being like, oh, girl, come on, baby
Yeah.
girl. This is
Yeah.
this is it. And I love it. Her age popped up and she's what, 26?
Yeah.
I know, still a
The way that we
baby.
talk about her, I would say she's 45.
And she's just been
Easy.
around in the top
Yeah.
ranks for such a long time. Like, I feel like we were talking about this maybe on the lore that, like, she has been to the Olympics twice. She's been to the World Championships, obviously, many, many times, and has, like, never finished lower than 6th. Like, I think she
Yeah.
got 6th at her Olympic debut 8 years ago.
Amazing.
And she kind of had come out of nowhere. And so, like, yeah, it does feel like a very long time when someone's in the conversation for that long.
Yeah.
The skating Kaori provides us is really just like, it's powerful. The jumps are huge. Now, I've always thought it was just so interesting where like the Lutz is like it's not her strongest jump out of all of her jumps that are really strong, and she's gonna get dinged on the edge. And I know she's trying to like up the technical content of her program, but I'm like, she would on paper 100% get more points if she were to do a triple loop.
I mean, it's the approach that I had to take.
Right.
I'm always amazed that she doesn't do that, but
it's really
there. It's the Olympics and she did that.
For someone who is very much maximizing points on a double axel, like you think she would see that math of like, I'm getting all basically +5s, +4s on my double axel. And it's almost as good as these people. If they step out of a triple, I'm going to outscore them. It's like the same kind of math to do a loop instead of a Lutz. But so she got this call on the edge, which was the only, I mean, one of the only issues in this program. She got the Q on the combination too. So she was a little bit tight.
That combo scared me. That one, I was like, come on, girl. Come on.
It just blocked. It was tight. Yeah, she blocked her brain out and let her body take over. And that's exactly what I could feel. That like I could feel the tension building up, and I could feel her being like, get the fuck out of my head, you dumb fucking idiot. Bitch.
Yeah, where she's like, I don't feel good. And then she just relied on her training.
Yes.
And the mental was like pulling her back a little bit, but her training pushed her through. That was 1,000% what today was about. I'm sure she feels so relieved.
Yeah. Like that was the skating of a world champion who has the weight of and expectations of everyone on her, everyone in that building. We want everyone to do well, but there's just something really, just everyone really is pulling for Kaori here. Like it's, and she was able to deliver. She comes away with a 77. She goes right into second place behind Ami Nakai, which I felt
she's
good
like
about.
A point. Yeah, she's a point and a half behind Ami. Makes complete sense especially within the short program where there's less like wiggle room with scoring and everything. And like, one thing that I fully agreed with what the judges did here is like, Kaori was almost 2 points better than the next best person in components. And as it should be.
Yeah. I mean, there's a skill level and there's a power and there's a finesse that, I mean, she's like one of a kind when it comes to that. Now we will get to Amber Glenn, who I've started 3 times, I think.
Let's start her a 4th.
Yeah.
So she starts this program with a killer triple axel. And then she follows this up with a combo that she does get a Q on, but like to the naked eye looks pretty good. This
Sarah
seems
and I
like
are
typical,
talking.
normal Amber.
No,
Sarah and I are talking, and I was like, oh, okay, she did it. And Sarah was literally like, I'll take that. I will take that.
Yeah, the combo, I was like, no, I'll take it. This is all right.
I'll take it.
And then she did the unforgivable mistake in a short program where she doubled the required triple solo jump.
Yeah.
And it was just...
and for those of you who are new here watching the Olympics, if you do a double instead of a triple in that solo jump slot, you get no credit whatsoever. You don't get partial points. You get nothing. And it is like the worst mistake you can make. She would have been better off falling. It is 100%. That's why he's saying unforgivable. It's just like there's no wiggle room once you do that.
I'm not even saying like I won't
hemorrhaging points.
It's not even like I won't forgive her.
It's a judging thing.
It's like
it's unforgivable within the system. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, it's the reason why Maddie Skizis didn't qualify for the free skate.
Yep.
It is truly like Amber's really fortunate that triple axel went the way that it did. Because she would have been even further back and more exposed than she already is right now.
Now, when she made this mistake, I wish that she would have committed to the end of this program 10 fucking times over. Because she easily could be in the second to last warm-up. Because if she brought it home, because she hadn't, the audience, like the gas got let out a little bit, but everybody was still like, you could still feel the energy in the building.
That, like, again, I just said this disclaimer to people who, like, if we have Olympic kind of for your fan type listeners with us right now, that's why I did this disclaimer. Like, you have to remember, especially at this competition, that is a big part of this audience. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
not just in the building, but on television and streaming and all that. Like, people don't know even what you just did. And like, just don't give up your performance. Like, and
Yeah.
like I said at the beginning when we said Isabeau's in 8th, but like not because she did poorly, it's just really tight. Like, these scores are really tight. And Amber with like 2 additional points in PCS, even a point and a half better, she would be in the second to last warm-up group. Like, there's just no reason to just like let the program go. And that was really, it was really disappointing to see, because I want her to have more of a chance. And this, we all know that the earlier you skate, the harder it is. And it's not that there's no chance. It's just that it's harder. It's a more uphill battle now.
And listen, if you've been watching the Olympics, you've seen the impossible happen. And the impossible happens at the Olympics constantly. This is the wild, wild west. Anything happens, anything goes. Like, it is wild things happen at Olympic Games. A few more points would have just been so helpful, because even with this major error, and you could just feel that she could not shake the frustration of making this mistake off, she's still only, listen, because we've seen crazier things happen, only 11 points out from the gold medal.
Yes.
But here's
and
where
she's 9 points out from bronze. I mean, she's 9 points away from an
She's
Olympic
still
medal.
in it.
Do you know what she got for her triple axel today? More than 10 points. We're talking about 9. Like, you know, like, it's just, like, it's not over until it's over.
It's
like,
not.
don't, you know, like, I obviously, like, everyone's human, and you make a mistake like that, and it's completely understandable that the wind is out of your sails.
Yes.
And like, you know, I'm not discounting how difficult it would be to push through, to really like put a smile on your face and do a big step sequence number. But I wish we had seen a little more of that.
Yeah. I just think the difficult position that she's now in, you are so right. It's 11 points back from first. It's 9 points back from a podium. That is completely doable. But now, instead of her fate being in her own hands, her fate is in the hands of some of the most reliable skaters that I feel like the competition has to offer. And so she has no choice but to go completely clean and have the skate of her life in the free skate. And I believe she can do that. I really do. But she is also going to need some really reliable skaters to not show up under pressure. And I feel nervous about that.
It's true. Yeah, it's true. And I mean, the like very raw emotion at the end, she was crying as she got to the boards. She was sobbing in the kiss and cry. It was like very, very, very hard to watch. And I just like,
devastating.
It made me feel though, like, you know, with those emotions, like accessible right away, that she had probably been putting so much pressure on herself to do well in this program, that she was probably on the verge of those emotions already. You know what I mean? And it's just like, you know, like, because I think sometimes like you make a mistake and you're in shock for a bit because you don't realize. She had really not much of a phase of shock. Like, she was
she went straight to
the floodgates were open pretty right away. And it made me feel like she has been so crushed under under the
it just
weight
felt
of
like
this.
she was gonna cry at the end of that program, no matter how
happy tears or
it
sad
went.
tears.
She was gonna sob. Like, she had that's built up stress. Do you know what I mean?
What
like,
it was totally.
And it's like there were going to be tears at the end of that. They were either going to be happy or they were going to be sad. But that, like, not being able to, like, crying while still on the ice is like, that's the emotional toll that it takes at the Olympics. And that's completely, it's understandable.
Yeah. It makes me happy
Yeah.
that Damon Allen is her coach. Like if there was a
what a
team
great
to
guy.
support her, embrace her, like she's got her
Yeah.
people. I feel good about that. But yeah, what I hope for her is that she gives herself the night to feel devastated about this because it's deflating, it's disappointing, it's a huge setback. And then she can get herself to a point where she resets and just stays focused on what she needs to do in
Yeah.
the free.
Completely.
Yeah, and I'll say too, like, regardless of the top 4 right now are pretty reliable skaters. So that is going to be really tough. Regardless of that, I really hope that she just does like her best, like gives like her full potential in the free skate because we know that medals are amazing and they're in history books and all of that. But you know what? It's funny today. I was saying that I was talking to Michelle and I was saying, oh, in the office today, we watched Sasha Cohen's 2006 short program for good vibes for the women today. And and she was like, well, don't watch the free skate. And I was like, well, listen, but I was like, no. In the free skate, we're going to watch Mao Asada in Sochi.
Right.
I don't
Exactly.
even
The
know what place
greatest
Mao
comeback
Asada
of all
got in
time.
Sochi. But she did not win a medal in Sochi. I have no idea. Actually, I think she got 8th. Like
I think
she
she got
was
8th.
not like she had an awful like short program and skated like one of the most memorable programs that like we all love and know and still think about.
Yeah.
That's so like even if medals don't come to fruition, like moments are moments and can happen at any time for anybody.
Yep.
Yeah. Moments are
So,
forever and
Those
medals are
memories
I
last a
will
trinkets.
lifetime.
And finally, the last
Yeah.
skater of the night, who really, after a really tumultuous last few months of one going from the most reliable skater in the world to then just having these like pre-Olympic kind of just freak out performances where we just saw these uncharacteristic mistakes. Mona Chiba goes out and she delivers a spick and span short program and she gets her job done. And it was very solid. It was good. It was fun.
Yeah, it was a nice way to end to Scott, who hosts our show. It was on the desk with Ashley, and he said to Ashley while Monet was skating, because you know the lyrics to that Donna Summer song are like "The Last Dance," and he's like, "Did she know she was going to go last?"
It was so cute.
And it was like, it was cute because I was like, oh, I mean, that's a good observation. Like, this is like a nice way to end. She's doing this fun program with sort of on theme music for going last. And, you know, it was a great moment.
Now, before we end the episode, actually, Ashley, do you have something to say?
Well, I was just going to ask Sarah if she thinks our hotel is on fire right now.
No.
Do you not hear all the sirens?
No. I don't hear a single siren.
There are so many sirens right now, and they're
like
getting
outside
closer.
or inside the building?
Outside. I don't think our hotel's on fire, but something near our hotel is.
Okay.
That's
I was
going to
say the
Sorry,
fire
I just had to do
alarm
like
I would think
wellness
check.
for us.
on the building.
Now,
we're in.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask
Knock.
us to do the impossible.
Yeah.
To end this episode. Predictions.
Okay.
Who's going to lead?
Okay. Do you want medalists, like just three medals, or who's going to win?
I want 3 medals. I want a podium.
Okay, Sarah, take it away.
Kaori Sakamoto gold. Alyssa Liu silver. Ami Nakai bronze.
Okay. Ashley?
I was going to
scared.
do exactly that, actually.
Okay. I mean,
I think it's Kaori. Then I think it's Alyssa, because I really think that Alyssa is just, her head is in the right spot. You can't shake her because she doesn't care if you are telling her she might win an Olympic medal. She doesn't care what people think about her. So she doesn't feel the pressure of like everyone saying, we want you to win a medal. Like if she wins a medal or not, like
She's going home happy.
she is
right.
She's the best example of why an athlete should be doing what they do. So I think she's in second. And then I don't think Ami's going to be able to hold on to that. I just hope that she has a great skate and doesn't get eaten alive by the position that she's in because I love her.
I love
Okay,
her.
Adam.
Alyssa Liu, gold.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Ami Nakai, silver. Kaori
Okay.
Sakamoto, bronze.
I was like, you better put
Okay.
Kaori on the podium.
So we all three think that these three will stay. You know, I had a moment where I was like, should I be considering this quad in Petrosian's program? But I saw it in practice. I don't know that she's going to fully rotate it. And I do think there's so much more fluctuation and component marks in the free skate that that will make up some difference too, where she won't just be able to leapfrog people who skate relatively cleanly.
Well,
No,
and
but
she's going to be getting compared directly against people who can skate.
Yeah.
And you know what? Her free skate is a way more mature vehicle for her. I've seen this. Is it my favorite program? No, but it's not the worst program I've ever seen. Like it's a perfectly pleasant program. And we can't forget about the tech that's going to be in there, but I just think that she can get dinged on these quadruple jumps. That being said, I do think that this top three is these are like nerves of steel.
I think this is the top three. I just don't know what order it's gonna
I'm just watching Alyssa and I'm just like, it's just.
I mean, I agree with you that I don't think Alyssa's going to miss. I just also don't think Kaori will miss. She's seemed more comfortable to me in the free skate all season. I feel like we're going to get a really strong skate from Kaori Sakamoto. And I think Ami Nakai makes a mistake, like probably maybe falls once, but otherwise like has it together and stays on the podium. That's kind of what I'm thinking might happen.
I could also easily see Ami Nakai winning too.
Totally. I mean,
I could see.
Yeah.
Where have we seen that movie before? A million times, or someone pops up and hasn't been on the world stage much and wins the Olympics. Like that is an old movie.
What
for
a
young
free
person.
program. What a free program it will be.
This is going to be a treat, hopefully.
A treat.
I hope.
Yep.
It is just a little, I'm thinking of Italian treats. A cannoli.
Oh, a tiramisu.
An
That
affogato.
has alcohol in it.
Ooh, tiramisu.
And as always, we will pour one out for the women who did not make it to the free skate. We mentioned Maddie Schizas, but there were 5 women who did not qualify for the free skate. And going to the Olympics is amazing. Qualifying for the Olympics is amazing. And
you are amazing.
Yeah. And
it's
the
really
cut line
not
just
easy.
is what it is. And
yeah.
And also, all of these women have had to sit and watch cursed event after cursed event go on by
2 weeks.
for 2 weeks, and now it's their turn. How intimidating that must have been.
Yeah.
So
And
I'm
for
proud
the
of every
most,
single
like,
one of these women.
Yeah, and they really like carried this event on good vibes pretty
It
much.
did.
Good
I mean,
vibes.
like, you know,
it was our vibe.
It
was.
It
Overall,
was.
yes.
Overall, it was a good vibe. So congratulations, or I'm sorry that happened. And
I'm not reading all that.
You know what's
reading all
funny
that.
though? I feel like when the men's event has a really good short, everyone is like, "Ooh, I'm really nervous about the long." But
Not
when the
the
women's
women.
event has a good short, we're all like, "Let's go!" It's gonna
Yeah,
Right.
I
be
know.
We're
so
locked
good
in.
in the long.
The women are so. Oh, I'm so happy to be ending on the women. It's the perfect finale.
No, it really
Me
is.
too.
Yeah.
All right. Well, on that note, you
And
guys
this is the
check out our
perfect finale
Patreon.
for our episode.
It is.
And yeah, join the Patreon
Join the
because
Patreon.
we're so tired.
Yeah, we're tired. We're
We're
tired. We're gonna go to bed. We're exhausted. We are gonna go to bed. But thank you for
I
listening.
explained
Thank you for
skating
being
to
so
Snoop Dogg
supportive.
today.
Yeah, please someone like join our Patreon just to support Adam's mission to educate Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart about figure skating.
Ashley, you can play the ending music. I'll just say to end this, he is like a savant. He picked it up immediately and started naming all of the elements. He was
Really?
Yeah, I was
That's cool.
thoroughly impressed. He
Yeah.
dives
Great.
right in.
All right. Well, thank
Love
you,
it.
Snoop.
Thank you, Snoop. And thank you, our listeners.
Our listeners and our women. Goodbye.
Ciao, ciao.